All right, man. Kalaya, right. So, in the spirit of showing our people, what's real, put the arm of our people, Brother Lachaama and Brother Rawaban, open our eyes a bit more, because that's the time. The Bible says that we should eat the whole roll. That's part of our culture, man, and we should know about these things. That's the truth too. The history part, knowing that we ruled in Europe, okay, during the dark ages. So yeah, brother, it's on you now.
Oh, Khan, you want to bring it down, bro?
Yeah, so I'm looking at
Okay.
the name, right? If you look at the name, it's more Lao, right? But we know the Moors were the Hebrew Israelites, yeah? And if you look at him, he's got nappy hair or curly hair, so you know he's a Jake. He's wearing earrings. He's in the center, above him.
With the earrings, let me get something.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
So he's in the center, so he's not on the right hand side or the west or the east. Let's use those terms. He's not in the west or the east. He's in the center, and above him is the three, I would say, peaks, mountain peaks, which represent rulership, because mountains represent rulership.
Yeah.
So there's three of them. So I would say the Southern Kingdom. But then there's a circle with, it looks like a clock.
Can I read something quickly regarding the earrings, the gold earrings?
Yeah, go on.
That's how powerful the ring are, man, in that culture. Job 42 and 11. Then came unto him all his brethren and all his sisters and all they that had been of his acquaintance before, and did eat bread with him in his house. And they bemoaned him and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and everyone an earring of gold. Right. So the earring of gold is very, powerful when it comes to our culture and that. Our the king used to wear earrings of gold as well. You know what I'm saying?
And also, if you analyze it looks like a boat steering wheel.
It does look like a boat steering wheel.
But then if you analyze, you see like the little line to it in like a circle.
No?
Oh, like this circle looks like a boat steering wheel. But if you analyze it, you got one, like the little line in this big circle. That's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You got the 12 tribes of Israel.
Exactly.
So that's what it looks like.
So exactly, because he's in the middle. He's not on to the west or to the east. He's in the middle. So I would say that signifies one stick, right? So this could be a coded way of saying the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom unified.
No, you got 1, 2, 3.
That's the Southern Kingdom.
Southern Kingdom, yeah.
And then you've got a circle, right? And you've got 6, but if you look at the gaps, you can check it as 12 in between. So when you combine them together, that's it's like the House United, or like a United Kingdom in a sense.
Yeah.
Right. So through the spirit, I was doing a little bit of research on this symbol. And this symbol also signifies the priest or Levite, right? This symbol here. But it also signifies the Southern Kingdom, because there's 3 houses or 3 tribes, right? And then you have the Jake on the west with a rod. He's got a rod.
Rod of iron.
He's got a rod of iron.
That's the rod of rulership.
Exactly.
But in the dark ages, who were
Exactly. And then you've got flags. So flags are also known as standards. Right? And how many you got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is completion. So 7 could actually represent the entire tribes as well, because it's the complete number. 7 just represents.
7 would mean like divine order.
It means divine order.
Of Yahweh. It means the prophecy.
But
exactly.
for me analyzing this myself, him seeing like holding this rod of iron and like this being 7, that means like a complete rule, man.
Exactly.
You know, like with a rod of iron, man. If you get
exactly.
Revelation 2:26 on the arm.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And then you got the 3, like I said, it's Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the son of all the Levites.
And you got. Sorry, it's Salakia. Is that 3 swans or 3 ships? What is that?
Ducks, swans.
Right. And what is that over here now?
3 as well.
Let me read it quickly, yeah? Revelation 2:26, and it reads, "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations."
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's the thing I can do. Understand?
That's funny.
Yeah, that's it. 27 say, "And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father."
Yeah, so...
And the 7 as well, I mean, you know that when you read someone in relationship about it, the 7 powers.
Yeah, that's it, how Shai believe the 7 horns, something like that.
The 7 horns.
And eyes, something
and
like
the 7 horns represent different, like, you know, the British, the Spain, you know, Germany Minor, Germany
That's right.
Greece,
That's right.
You know, Rome.
That's
I
right.
think that's what it
There's
represents.
7 stanzas, and
I
so
think
he's in dominion over the
Yes,
7
meaning
stanzas.
like-
Yeah, there's the 7 heads and 10 horns.
And
That's right.
also what it means is that at the end of it, we're going to rule over all
Of
of
course.
it.
That's right.
Meaning as well that how reign is perpetual. Although
Of course.
we went through different stages of humanity in history, we went down like today, we will always come up top and be rulers.
Of course.
All right, and also that stuff means that guy is Judah.
Oh,
because
definitely,
only
definitely.
Judah, the tribe of Judah, but the tribe
Definitely.
of Judah itself.
Definitely.
That guy has to be the tribe of Judah because only Judah has
It's a perpetual covenant that was made with him,
Yeah, man. Coat of arms of Eisenberg.
Coat of arms of Eisenberg, right? So this was the one, we didn't get to bring this one out last week, but this particular one was the proof that the blue and white checkered that we were seeing all the time signifies the Shemayim, because when you look at it now, it's literally symbolizing clouds. If you look at it, you can see it's symbolizing clouds. So if you look at the J on the top, he's blinded. So there's also a scripture that states that you'd be Yahweh will put them in a state of slumber, right? I think that's in Romans, is it 10 or 9? It's also in Isaiah, is it?
Yeah.
I think what it means, if you ask me, what it means is that, because you have to remember, the chick in the dark ages, they weren't converted. These were niggas. They have rulership mentality, but they weren't in the spirit of the
right
They weren't
spirit,
keeping the law. Some of them were keeping like the Jacobites, covenant keepers. Yes, but these most of the Moors, they were blinded.
They're Muslims,
and a lot of them were following behind Islam.
The black plague came as a result of them doing what they want to do. So they have glory, but they weren't doing the will of Yahweh.
Right. So I'm gonna add to what you just said now. So through the spirit, this signifies Levi, right? So just check this now. So if this is Levi, but Levi was part of the southern kingdom, which is the tree. If this is Levi, then this would signify a blind priest or a priest that's not seeing, right? Which would go back to what you were saying when you were saying that they were in rulership, but they weren't. Most of them were not following the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, or they didn't have the faith perfectly. So that kind of symbolizes that in a sense.
And also, like an order of, do you see this one? You see that?
You guys
see that one?
Yeah.
See it to the video. Don't worry. What it is.
Oh, you can turn that so they can see.
Huh? Turn what?
Oh, so you need to look at that. Yeah, no, it's alright. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Can you
So
see
there
it?
be can you see it there? Yeah.
Can you see it? All right, then. All right, Salakia, yeah. Thanks, Salakia, right. Okay, so what I was saying, come on, look at that. Yeah, so what I was saying, see that one, yeah? This one is the two pillars.
Right.
Yeah? The two pillars. Now, when you have, said, I'm giving an example so I can come up with the sex part. You've got the Eman, you've got the Iman, yeah?
Right.
The left and the right side, and you got now to enter
phallus,
to create the covenant, but that's the covenant, yeah?
Exactly.
That's the representation of the covenant, saying that we are people of the covenant.
Because we're
That's the
married to
reason why
Yahweh, yeah, we're married.
British
we're
would be
attached
what?
to
What is
Yahweh.
what's it? British is what?
Land of the covenant.
And what? No, Britain,
people
the land of the covenant, and British, the land of the covenant.
Yeah, Salakia.
And I was thinking, if over here we are the Jacobite. That's where this guy come from. I said this guy, King James come from. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Well, now that one represents the tabernacle as well. That one represents the tabernacle. You know, we the people of the tabernacle, we represent the law, and also we represent how you bring the fact that we the one. When you go to certain cathedral, certain place,
Exactly.
you say the way the thing is designed. That's Jacob. And then we can go to Jacob being the former of all things.
All things.
I'm like as well. One thing I analyzed about this picture as well
I need
is
to see
that.
so I can be able to.
Oh, Salakia.
Yeah.
Okay, come. One thing I analyzed about this picture.
Salakia, guys, man. See like that. You will see it. You don't have to watch it.
But one thing I analyzed about this picture right here is that I see three pillars. Right now, these three pillars. Notice how at the peak of it, you see 1, 2, 3. Now I'm assuming that's Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Exactly.
And these red, the red color that we see on these buildings, but the brother said it represents bloodline.
That's the blood. Yeah.
You know,
That also represents covenant too, because the covenant's always made with blood.
Yeah,
Of
that's
course.
the reason why you got the red.
It also represents atoning of sin, or it even hints to Yahushua in a sense, because his blood redeemed us. So it hints to him.
and these blocks as well. You know, a lot of the cathedrals in England and all these different places in Europe, Jakes were building those cathedrals.
They're the ones that built
And
it.
we the builders.
We're the builders.
It means that we the builders. When you talk about the builders in civilization, the builder of a civilization, that's us.
Yeah.
And also the blue, what does it represent? Shemayim.
Shemayim, yeah.
That's what we're talking about today. We are governed by the system that rule the Shemayim. So this Jake would have never ruled without. And I believe, though they weren't in the covenant, they weren't keeping the covenant keepers, but they understood the Shemayim, they understood the Hawa, they understood that the reason why they're ruling today in Europe at that time is because of the Shemayim, because of, the Most High.
And if you analyze, like I said, it says Shemayim is blue, and if you look behind you, the sky is blue as well.
That's right.
You know, so
The firmament. Oh yeah, that one. That one's
Right.
bad.
So if you look at this
I
again,
want to get it where it's like, okay, don't move it, yeah? They have to get it, man. It's not, okay. Can you see it?
so this one through the spirit had a double meaning. I perceived a double meaning in it. So one, it's the free southern kingdom, or the three tribes that signify the southern kingdom. But also I saw it in a sense as a prophetic vision of Revelations. I think it's is it 22, 21 and 21, where there's a wall great and high, and 21, and there's 12 gates with the 12 names and the 12 angels. So in a sense, it also represents that, because when that happens, that's when we're going to be in our rulership. We're going to be the rulers. We're going to be the head of the nation. And then again, he's got the flag of Great Britain there, and as Ak brought out earlier, Brit means covenant, and Brit Ain is not land. Ain is actually iron, which means eye, fountain, spring.
But also,
And go ahead.
according to a book that I read,
Yeah,
it talks about the servants of Levi, Judah, and Benjamin.
that's right.
in England.
That's right.
The servant that's where they were living, in rich places.
That's right.
Or whatever. That's what they have.
Right.
The higher places. I read it in the book.
And like he said, red represents blood. We see the bricks though, like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So that's Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
That's a
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
The top,
Yeah. So
Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
So yeah, any symbolism else you see on
what about the sword? What does the sword represent?
Yeah, man.
The sword is a word, isn't it?
The word of the Most High, man.
And if you look at the sword,
at that time represents something specific.
Okay, that's true. Anyone that come in, they're gonna get slain.
War, man.
Exactly.
So how did Sicilian came about?
War, man.
They went and beheaded all the men, and they kept the women, and they started to mingle with the women. And that's how the Sicilian came about. That's how they got that dark complexion, because that's what our people did. Even our people, they took over. They had to go and kill the peasants that were living in Europe at that time, this Edomite, and bring them into subjection. So that's what authority, war.
You know what I'm seeing now that you're speaking now? I'm seeing that he's got on the breastplate of righteousness. Remember he's bringing out that scripture, the breastplate of righteousness.
The armor.
The armor of righteousness. The sword, if you look at the sword, it's a double-edged sword. It's not the sword flat on one side. It's a double-edged sword. So that's the truth, right?
Shield.
He's got the shield.
Faith.
He's right. And the only thing he doesn't have, which actually he does have, because look at that. That's the crown of righteousness.
And I want to say as well, he's not wearing a helmet.
Exactly.
But you want to know something? Look
at there.
The peak right here.
Yeah.
You see that? That's how it shines.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You got Judah, which is the son of the it's like
of the right
Benjamin,
side.
right
hand side.
Levi here.
Yeah.
And then the head is basically how it shines, which is the peak.
That's right.
That's why he doesn't need to wear a helmet.
That's right.
And also, he's a knight, a warrior. That's the house of the water.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
So
This is Yahweh, yeah.
They were warlike.
That's
we
right.
not warlike. We lost our. If we were warlike,
right.
we would have taken down Esau a long time ago.
Long time ago.
And that
But if you
confirms.
mix war with
No.
righteousness, no one can stop you. No one can stop Jake. Jake meets war. Because you've got warriors among us. Because in war, you need war. What do you need?
Warriors.
You need a ruler
Yep.
to govern, to give you the strategy and that.
Yep.
You need war. The priest to show them how to keep the law so we can be pure, so the Most High can have mercy on you when you go to war. It's like the Maccabees did. You need the warrior. We got all of that. We don't apply it because we don't know who we are. Once we know who we are, we become like them. For the people in the dark ages, what they didn't have is maybe the complete righteousness. But when they were in the right mind, they had ruler class mentality. That's what that sword means.
And also, if you look at it, you notice that most of the image, they only show the head. This one, they're showing the entire, so from the foot go up, he's clothed. Right? And also, if you look at the weapons he's got, these are the weapons that are mentioned in the scriptures. He's got the sword, he's got the javelin.
Is that lance or javelin?
Well, it's the same thing, really.
Oh, calm.
Yeah, let's move to the next one, man.
Yep. So this one now, this is your basic Southern Kingdom. This is just validating it. So if you notice, he's got.
Can you get Ezekiel 16 and read it from 1 to. Hold on, that's the perfect thing, man. Let me bring that one in. That's talk about our rulership. The fact that we are king people.
Yeah.
We how do you say a royal? A royal people.
A royal
Are you
priesthood.
there?
So
Ezekiel
Kings and priests.
as you analyze and see, the collar has 3.
Yep.
Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Yep.
Then you see it around here 3 again.
Yep.
Which is the crown 1, 2, 3. Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Here again, see the red lips. You got the golden earring, the afro, and you got the water. I don't know.
That looks like water. Yeah.
Read 12 and 13.
Living water.
Living water. But how many lines on the water?
He's immersed in the living water.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, slacking. Oh, slacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 17.
That one.
Yeah, because water is what? Mayam, right?
Yeah.
Right, so that's where the word Shamayam come from. So he's Mayam, he's surrounded by water, and the water is the word.
Yeah, surrounded by the living.
In that case, he's surrounded, because you have to remember, in that case, these people were the most. Have you heard of the 100 years? 100 years war?
Ancient men,
Yeah.
These were the more heathenist people. Our people were very heathenistic. when they were ruling, man, they were just jig. What that represents to me is the fact the mercy, the Most High being with them.
Yeah.
That's the
Exactly,
firmament, the Shemaiah. The Most High gave them that. And that's what we're going to read, and you're going to understand why they were able to rule. Ezekiel 12 and 13.
He put a hedge around them. He's hedged.
He allowed them to rule.
He allowed them for 1,000. That's right. That's
Prophecy.
right. Prophecy. That's right.
This is Ezekiel 16 verse 12. And I put a jewel on thy forehead. And
And I put what? Jewel.
I put a jewel on thy forehead.
Yeah.
And earrings in thine ears.
Yeah.
And a beautiful crown upon thine head.
Right.
Thus was thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk,
Yeah.
and embroidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil.
And they
thou
were blessed, man. They were blessed in that kingdom.
Yeah. And thou wast exceeding beautiful, and didst prosper into a kingdom.
Prosper into the kingdom.
Into a
man.
kingdom, exactly.
The 1,000-year rule.
And you
Dark
notice,
ages.
although it's representing the tree, you're only seeing one symbolizing. So it's a kingdom. It's not kingdoms.
Whoa.
Right. So now look,
That one's
he's got in the
serious.
whole armor again.
I can come with the last one, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be the
Yeah.
last one. Yeah.
So if you look at this, right, this is beautiful because the vine and the root, you've seen the tree. So this is Yashala complete as a kingdom.
That's right.
Right? You've got, it's clearly a Jake. I mean, this is a Jake, man. But look at his armor is white. So he's endured until the end. He's seen the kingdom unified as one stick, right?
And also,
He's got the sword of truth, or the word. He's got the lance, which Phineas used to slay the plague.
That looks like the Nigerian flag too.
It actually does. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It actually does.
Well, and the green is just at the bottom of the here.
Yeah, but the green symbolizes life too.
Okay.
It symbolizes life.
but I don't think, I know what you like saying, you know,
Yeah.
you want to connect it to the truth and that. But these people were pagan, man. These people in the dark ages, our people, they were pagan. That's the reason why the black plague came. Because they was, especially if they were pagan. Even the only people that are trying to follow it is the Jacobites in England and in France. All over France, all over Europe, how people were the devil.
Right, but let me just add something. For edification, what a lot of people are not realizing is that these coat of arms signifies the nobles of the royal houses of
That's
Europe.
a fact.
So these people actually would be the Jacobites or the French equivalent. They're the nobles. They're the ones that kept the truth or semblance of the truth, and they're the ones that kept
And cold, like,
exactly.
Code
So
of
these
ethics,
coat of arms
yeah.
are not for everybody.
it's
These
not for the
coat of arms,
savages.
So these people actually were the keepers of the truth.
because you got the white,
Exactly, the white.
the holy people.
The whole, he said, look, have the whole armor. So notice the other one, he didn't have a helmet, but the roof of it was shaped in a crown.
This guy got
But
a halo, he had a halo.
which still symbolizes the crown.
Spiritual.
It is. There's no other way you can
protection.
interpret that. And this brother now, he's got on the white breastplate, or I keep on saying breastplate, armor, the white armor, right? He's got the javelin, he's got the sword, which is the
Well,
word.
necklace is amulet as well.
Oh,
Right.
I'm seeing something as
You
well.
see it there?
The tree of life.
That's why. But
Knowledge.
yes, the tree of life. Yeah.
Our people had knowledge at that time
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Because think
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
The Moors came,
Yes.
they were the first physician, they came with medicine. They
Yes,
came with
yes.
physics. The first university were created in Spain.
Yeah.
You know, they brought the knowledge, even the mosaic architecture, our people brought it.
Yeah.
You know, the knowledge, man.
Yeah.
So we were people of knowledge. If it wasn't
Yeah.
for us, these people, these peasants.
Man, you saw one
They
of the
don't know
cathedrals that we
nothing.
went to. We saw the Judah Benjamin
Yeah,
Levites
yeah.
at the cathedral, man.
Today, these people should say thanks to us. When they say they should bow down to us.
Of course.
Instead of treating us. But the reason why I do it because they have so much fear. Because sometimes fear can transform itself as
There's something
hate.
I want to say. No, go back to
You
that
know what I
one.
mean?
Go back to that one. Right. So there's something I want to say with this one now, right? So I was counting the leaves. Check this here. You got 3. Now you're seeing an extra one here, but if you look, 3, 6, 9, 12. There's an extra one there. There's an extra one there, right? If you look here, you get a similar count, but The important thing here is there's a leaf at the head, at the top of the tree, which is very unusual, and then the tree showing the root. So this, that, and that. This is actually Yahushai, or Dawada Yahushai, the root and the vine or the tree. Right. So this, as we've already brought out, is Yasha Allah, but notice it's got a black background, and the tree itself is green. The green represents life in symbology. Green represents life. Red represents blood, right? So it's showing you that who we are, because we're black, we don't wax pale. It's showing you that when we're in our right minds and in the spirit, we are one with Yahushai, and that makes us one with Yahweh. This represents, as we've already brought out, us in our right minds, with the armor of God on, with our weapons, which is the scriptures, but it's signified by the two-edged sword and the javelin, which is also one of our weapons. His head is uncovered, but yet his head is covered, because he doesn't have a crown on, but he's got a halo, which represents the
spiritual side of things.
Exactly. So this is I think is a perfect symbol of Yasha Allah in the truth. That's what I'm getting.
And also, you see what you see there?
Yeah.
That's that wall.
That dichotomy, yes. Yes.
Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and 18. Daniel 7 and 18 says this.
Right.
Daniel 7 and 18 says, but the saint of the Most High Yahweh shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. He didn't say shall be given,
take.
How do we take it right now? By keeping the law, and Yahushua will come and go to war against the other nation to give us the kingdom. So we're supposed to have a warlike mentality. Right now, our warlike mentality, we're trying to please the Most High so we can have spiritual power. Why do you have spiritual power? Can someone tell me why do you have spiritual power?
To defend yourself.
Defend yourself. In Jacob's trouble, you need to be warlike.
Look.
So that's what we're saying. You have to keep it holy.
Yeah, I see that.
He's got fringes.
He's got fringes.
Yeah,
Like
look.
Wow, that's
Fringes
Where is it?
Fringes,
got
look.
fringes right there.
Fringes
and the
on the
border blue.
armor.
Can you see it, guys?
It's border blue as well.
That's fringes, look. Sorry. It's lucky.
That's fringes.
Oh, wait.
That is fringes.
That's fringes.
No, that's a lot.
Man got fringes,
It is
fam.
fringes.
Look
It is
here,
fringes.
that's fringes,
It is
fam.
fringes.
Or even when you look
Insane.
in the certain museum, you see them, the
Man rocking fringes,
war
fam.
uniform had like
Yes.
fringes at the
But
bottom.
border blue.
Man got fringes, fam.
So
Ah, then. So with that, I don't want to make it too long, yeah? So someone will close out? You want to close out?
Yeah, so basically I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Waha, Waka, Kadash,
Warm.
Kwame. That's it.